Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about our series with Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass Every Day. Okay, and this is only the second one. I'm going to start doing these. I had a bit of a flu situation going on and got kind of lost track with some things, but I'm back. My voice is back, which is like the most important thing in the whole world, right? So I am going to read to you some of the quotes, and we're going to do this because I love this book so much. I've loved all her books. I've read them all. In case you guys haven't, this one's kind of like, I feel like it's like the first couple, just, the first two. I guess there was the original and then the money. And now I feel like this is like every day, this is just giving us nuggets, right? Just like, it's really like she's pulling out the best of what she's got. So you'll see this up on the screen. If you run from your fears, they will follow you. If you run straight at your fears, they will get the hell out of your way. Fears hate it when you do that. I love that, right? Especially because I'm somebody who has a lot of fears. Fear of heights, even though I'm working on that one. That one's going away, I have to say. I've like been somebody who's lived with fear my whole entire, I don't know if, I felt like I was weird, but I think there were more of us than I really understood. But like in school, I was afraid of everything. Like I had fears, really intense fears. I remember like I was in like third or fourth grade and my dad was a fireman. And he used to get that, like he had that fireman radio by his bed, and he would get called out to fires in the middle of the night. And I became so afraid of fires that when everybody went to bed, I would sit at the top of the stairs and watch. I was on night watch at the house, which did not translate well into my school life. Okay. And then my parents were like, she needs help. I remember going to the guidance counselor at school. I remember telling him somebody needed to watch the house. I wasn't convinced. We didn't have smoke detectors back then. I wasn't convinced that anybody was going to smell smoke. But anyway, like that's just, I've always had fears, always, which translated into huge panic attacks later. But now, like when I read that, I was like, you know what? Anytime in my life that I have gone after a fear, like the fears do run away. They do. Like you think if you face your fear, you're like in your head, you're like, how am I going to do that? How am I going to face my fear of height? How's that going to happen unless what is going to happen? Right? Like I feel like I'm at the mall, right? And I'm up on the second floor. I'm like, I'm going to fall off. Am I going to fall off? Is that real? Like, is that real life? Like, am I really going to just like go over and fall? Right? I mean, that's the fear. But if I went up there, like I did do a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't fall, and I survived, but I need to do it more. I just haven't been there. But I really think that like my worst fear of falling over the edge is just not logical. Okay. And fears are not logical. That's the point. That's why, and there have been over the years like people who say you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't face your fears, and like you should just very slowly. But I think Jen's saying like attack it. That's what I feel like she's saying. So I'm kind of on her. After 54 years, I kind of agree with her. I think you can prolong it as long as you want to, but like why? Why prolong it, right? So after she talks about fear, she goes right into excuses. And did I write this down? I hope so. Excuses help us avoid facing our fears because we can make up excuse. Like I can say, oh, I was traumatized on the second floor of the mall at some point, and we can make up excuse. Or my mom like said something mean to me when I was 10 and it made me afraid of heights. And we've got those playing in our head. We have those excuses, and they're just excuses. That's it. We don't have to listen to them. I love that. I love that you don't have to listen to those thoughts because you have so many thoughts. Like, listen to the good ones. Listen to the ones you would tell a stranger. Like, would you ever say to a stranger, like, you should be afraid of heights? You wouldn't say, you'd be like, no, don't be afraid of heights. That's stupid. Don't do that, right? The next quote you're going to be seeing up there. I deserve and expect good things. I want to write that on Post-it notes and put it everywhere. Like by where, my sink, by my vanity, I'm going to say it again. I deserve and expect good things. Do we think that way? No, we don't. We think everybody else does though, right? I think other people deserve good things. I think they should expect good things. Why don't I think I should? Why? Why not? I don't know. And I think that we almost think that we're good people if we don't. Like, oh, I don't want to be that arrogant. I don't want to say I deserve good things. Somebody else get good things. I'll take the bad things, right? How stupid is that? Let somebody else get good things. And then somehow that helps, right? That's just dumb. Okay. When I read that, I was like, right. I deserve good things, right? Like I should expect good things. Why don't I expect good things? What is wrong with us? I don't know. That's all I'm going to go for. No, that's all I read. Maybe she'll tell us why. Why don't we expect good things? Why do we think everybody else should get good things, right? I can watch like Kylie Kardashian get a big, huge house and put everything in 14 karat gold and be like, you go, girl. You go. You're 21. You should get that. Like, I'm all for her getting that. And for me, I'd be like, oh, that's just so ridiculous. I really should not do that. Why would I want to get anything extravagant, right? How silly. I'm like rooting for her, right? I should root for myself. Why shouldn't we root for ourselves? Tell me below if you root for yourself. We need to start rooting for ourselves. That's what I believe. So I'm going to end it with that. Go root for yourself today, okay? Thanks for watching, everyone.